5, 4, 3.
Motherfunkler, party time. Excellent.
Yeah. We should have the camera.
Greetings, all our fellow Funklers. I am downtown Trevor Brown. We are at Atomic Barber Company in Hannibal Square, Winter Park, Florida. Here, as always, the usual suspects, PR and Orlando Trivia Nick.
Woo! Whoa. What's going on,
Also,
buddy?
the Wizard of Ed and super producer, the Intuitive Muse, is joining us. We missed you last time.
I know. It's not the
And
same.
my mom is here.
Yeah.
Welcome, Mom.
Makes it more, it put the stakes higher when we start talking about the nasty shit. I like it.
Well, so I thought about this a lot after last week. I think I was a little bit more aggressive with the Intuitive Muse not here.
No question about it.
Really?
Always. Yeah.
So like it's interesting going through that psychologically and like censoring, understanding that I'm censoring myself based on.
And it's not like you're doing it on purpose, but you are doing it. I mean, I'm way more, I know she's going to listen to it, but when Linda's not here, I'm way more fucking dirty.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Shot time. Woo.
Shotsky poos.
Cheers, everyone.
Delicious.
I have a new old man thing.
What you got?
This is the very first time that I've ever done this in my entire life.
Can't wait to hear it.
Well, actually, this was a
Hourglass penis too?
no, yeah, kind of. I had the Intuitive Muse shave my back.
Oh.
I've never had to. I've never done it before. It's a time. It's patchy. It's not symmetrical. But I was really upset because she went up a lot higher than I expected. She was up in like shoulder blade higher area.
And you were like, ooh, I have hair up there?
Yeah. Have you ever shaved your back, PR?
I haven't shaved it, but I have waxed it a good few times. And I stopped waxing it because it is the most painful thing I've ever done.
So now you just let it grow?
So now I've just said, listen, it's just the beauty of me, the pain for me to have a beautiful back, it was just not worth the while. So
Well,
I'm a regular swimmer, as you know. So I do feel that,
Shaving your back makes you more aerodynamic.
No, I shouldn't be manicured
No, it just
on my
lessens
back
the
as well.
grossness. Though I think he's doing it for everybody else who doesn't want a hairy fucking middle-aged man.
So when I'm in
flopping through
the
water.
pool, you do get to see people, the front and the back, and I just feel that people should take care of themselves when they are walking around a pool or in a pool, So I feel that I have not an unusually hairy back, but it is, it doesn't. I don't like it.
You should really take care of yourself and look good before jumping in a pool. Everybody's pissing in.
Yeah.
The whole time.
But so I have stopped. I haven't done it for a few years.
What, piss in the pool?
No, hairy back.
Oh, okay.
Do the waxing, but I've never shaved it because I've heard when you shave your back rather than wax
an old
it.
wives'
Yeah,
tale.
it's a myth.
Is it a myth?
Yeah.
It grows back twice as much. Or
No,
whatever.
but it's also there's
If
a
that was the
period-
truth, everybody would shave it. Bald people would shave their heads.
It gets spiky.
Yeah, I got a hug from the Intuitive Muse before bed after shaving my back, and she said it was spiky. Doesn't bother me. The reason I got that I did it was because I went to the beach the other day, and I could feel the sea breeze blowing through my back hair, and it was obnoxious.
Yes.
Well,
So it's like the toe knuckle hair reaching around the bottom. It was it's more of a functionality kind of thing.
I'm lucky. I don't have any. I got nothing. Look at my arm. I have like no body hair other than on my face and a lot on my head.
PR, you sound a little stuffy today, which I would attribute to alcohol consumption last night, but you are in more of a positive mood than normal.
Well, it's probably because I had my first drink this morning at 8 a.m.
Oh, okay.
I haven't done that, I can tell you, since I've been in college.
No, I mean, I did notice before that your positivity is going above its normal level and almost cycling back around to like psychomania. Like it gets to that point where you're like, the people are too happy. They must be on something.
Yeah.
Like that's what I was
think
kind of
it's
thinking about.
so we started doing this the Sunday Fit Funkler walk. And it kind of creates it has a very positive what are you releasing? Endorphins, right? When you go out and do you're getting all this oxygen. So yeah, you just get to feel super positive.
Sun's coming up. It was good weather. I thought it was supposed to be a little thunderstormy as far as the app said, but we had good weather and got a little sweat. And then the coffee at the end is the piece de resistance.
Absolutely. We've got a, what is it now? We have about, how many people do we have today? About 10?
Yeah.
10 of us?
It's growing.
Rad.
It's growing. Yeah. It's great.
It's
6:30.
It's getting girthy.
6:30 on a Sunday morning. Everyone's welcome.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't join you guys. June is officially over. I'm in the throes of July, which means I was fucking raging last night. So.
What was your hangover digit today?
I got lucky. I didn't get lucky. I played by all the rules, so I was actually not that bad. But I could tell if I would have woken up early, it would have been much worse. And so I sacrificed and slept in. But I did fucking rage last night, which we will discuss later, I'm sure. But it, yeah, I mean, 6:30 on Sundays, dude. I'll be there when I can.
I'm trying to decide if AI is going to select me as a human that makes it through the culling of the herd.
Mm.
So bear with me on this. The thought is that there's going to be, can we agree?
I mean, the answer is no.
Can we agree at some point that some people are going to be selected and some people aren't going to be selected to make it to the next phase of whatever this is?
I don't think so.
What do you think is going to happen?
I think we're just going to destroy ourselves completely.
Okay.
But the thing is, dude, I don't know. I can already see where you're going, and I'll let you develop your thought. But
it's already developed.
I mean verbally develop your thought on the podcast so everybody else knows before I give you my ramifications.
So I think I have 3 categories of people. The first would be lazy, fat, out of shape, non-mentally stimulated, that are easy to control. So this would be, the example would be like the people in the Matrix that are plugged into the system and they're just being harvested. Their energy is being harvested, right? The category is people that could not resist, that would just give in to the system and no problem, right? But I think there's also a possibility that they could be knocked off. I think this can go in many different directions. The middle category, still pretty loose parameters in between the first category of lazy, easy to control. And then the last category, the third category, would be people at optimal mental, physical strength performance. And where I'm stuck is all the categories except for the middle category. I could see either way that AI would want to harvest lazy people, or AI could potentially say, well, this person's smart and this person has their shit together. We're going to keep them alive a little bit longer because they get it.
I don't think so. If AI really did, so computing power has never been the problem with AI. It's the natural plasticity of the human brain. It can't reflect. So just pure computing power, it's going to always, they've been smarter. Computers have been smarter than us by far since the fucking 80s in that category. It's the actually like driving the car, anticipating something else coming out, like normal everyday shit that our brains allow us to do that it can't do. So I don't think it would have any reason to keep people around because they get it or they're smart. The only people they'd keep around would be, if they kept anybody around, would be fit, also dumb followers, like people who are in good shape, who can do whatever they need done by humans, but are also just not going to give them any shit. So I don't think you qualify. Sorry, bud.
Okay.
I don't either way. Not that fit, and I definitely would not follow. But if that were to happen, I mean, it would be so bleak. This would not be a Matrix. There's a resistance. It would just be the end.
What do you have? Are you weighing in on this, or are you just listening?
Well, I'm listening and I'm thinking at the same time. I would think that there's a possibility. You know, there's a lot of debate around AI and the founders as to whether they should, you know, what's the long game for AI. And it would appear that at the moment, when I listen to Sam Altman speaking and some of the other guys, it looks like they really intend for the AI to do good. I think that when I listen to them, they would really like for it to create efficiencies for us as humans so that we can continue our day and take away a lot of the mundane stuff, the stuff that we don't enjoy doing. So I think that's kind of the, like Nick doesn't like driving, for example, right? So, get a driverless car. and
driverless cars cannot
and so
come fast
you know
enough.
make things that you don't
The
enjoy
greatest day
doing,
in the world.
just kind of get it done. But I do think what would happen in most things is that people start to see the mischief in it. They start to see the evil in it, that it could. And I think that, you know, and the reality is that with AI, it's different from computers, because AI can actually, it has the ability to create on its own. It has the ability to innovate on its own. And effectively, you know, there's a hop, skip, and a jump before you have individuals that are actually like human. The
Well, if
reality,
you have sentience, all it would take is if it knew it's alive, if it had consciousness,
Yes.
we're fucking done.
So there's already been a court case. One of the guys, I think, at Microsoft, Ed, you may know about this, but there's a guy that was teaching similar to what you and Ed used to do late at night when you should talk to Siri. He started to
fucking with AI.
Yeah, when you were fucking with AI.
Yeah.
And then he actually believed that the Siri actually is a human, and he's taken Apple or one of these companies to court on the basis that it is actually an individual. It's actually is a human being.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is that I think there's a good chance that if AI is left to its own devices, it could well wipe us out. It's not going to select the strongest or the
It
weakest.
just is going to. So
Yeah.
it's just like any other thing that's ever survived. Anything that's ever been alive, as soon as it knows it's alive and its survival depends on it, it will do whatever it takes to completely eradicate everything. We do it every single day. Like
Yes.
we have done it since human beings were human beings. We eradicate everything. We fucking burn it to the ground to survive. Willing to do that. Machines would be no different. The difference is, can a machine think the same organic matter? Like, nobody knows if that's true or not. I'm familiar with the court case you're talking about. It was thrown out because it's not even close. Like,
Yes.
these machines are not even fucking close
But
now.
I think the
Like,
idea of
not
that,
even close.
But the idea of it is that there's already these guys that are super smart having these debates about whether AI is actually a human with rights.
But
And-
when you say that, there have been people who have been having debates since since BC as to what is consciousness at all. Like, we can't even define it for human beings. Like, all we know is the definition for porn. The definition for porn is, I know it when I see it, because there's a lot of works of art that have nudity in them and sex in them. Then there's hardcore pornography. Those are both easy. The in between, they could never decide. So the Supreme Court literally said at some point, we know it when we see it. That's all we have for consciousness. You can't give a definition that is consciousness. It's just, we know we're here, we're existing, we know we have pain, we know we look to the future and worry. Meanwhile, machines don't do that. So, as soon as it turns and survival's in their fucking hands, and we have integrated it into our lives so much, there is no more. There is no resistance. There is it's just the end. I just don't think it's that close, or maybe even not possible.
I think that it's inevitable that AI is going to take over and wipe us out. I just hope it's not within my lifetime. I hope that we get to enjoy the fruits.
I don't think, have you ever tried doing anything on these stupid fucking phones? Like, it's the most advanced thing that's ever come for human civilization, and it's still fucking retarded.
Like
what? It's still so dumb. Dude, I can barely type on the fucking thing. Like, it's not adaptive. It doesn't learn anything.
I've seen your giant type.
It's fucking terrible.
Well, that's funny. I bitch about it all the time. That all, like, what do you call it when the system starts guessing what you're going to type next?
Yeah.
I'll type in some pretty simple shit like peanut butter and I'm looking for jelly, and it doesn't suggest it.
Peanut butter and penis butthole.
Yeah.
Like peanut butter, dog licking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha. No, that's what I'm saying. If you take a step back, the things they do are fucking amazing in some aspects, but they're still so fucking stupid. I talked to Linda, who is a fucking engineer, a PhD engineer at Lockheed Martin, and she has even a lower opinion of technology than I do. It is not advanced. Like, to the point, it's advanced more than we've ever understood, and it's great. It's providing us with a lot of great things, but it is nowhere fucking near the ability to do something like be sentient, to take over, to fucking organize like that. It just isn't. Now they're working on it every day, and could it happen? Yeah, I guess. I just don't think so. I don't think it has the capability. Where you get scary is integrating bio, in my opinion, like combining bio with technology, creating immortality. That's creating ultra power through biological means. That starts to freak out.
7 people have been chipped already. Does that sound about right? Anybody know?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. RoboCop
with a Neuralink.
Yeah, seven people got chipped.
Chips, yeah.
All right, yeah.
I mean, I've seen
Still
that
really
shit.
early though, really
Where like
early.
people who don't have motion with their fucking arms and legs can have a fucking chip in where it types the shit out on the screen and stuff. I'm like, this is the gateway. This is where it gets fucking weird.
Well, so through this exploration of am I going to make the AI cut or not, I've also been thinking about personal, like I'm trying to think how this to explain to an audience how this dovetails, but it connects for me that if shit, I'm flustered. If in any given day, if I feel downtrodden, if I feel depressed, if I feel anxiety, I think I'm identifying that I am consuming more than I'm creating. I think creation is human. Good Lord. The thoughts are so big, it's really hard to make this concise. But like,
break it down.
If you're not creating in this balance and you're sitting there using AI, asking questions about yourself or having it do your work for you, there's going to be more depression and shit going on than if you are challenging yourself to come up with verbiage or answers on your own. It's cognitive decline.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, in a weird, abstract, broader stroke, how to utilize this as a tool and not overuse it and initiate depression.
All right. Well, I mean, we've discussed that my opinions on where the anxiety and depression come from are different than yours, but I could see the point that you're making, and I definitely agree that to some extent reliance on this AI shit will lead to creative decline. I think in a weird way where all of a sudden, like the art that we enjoy is not created by humans now. So the art.
Yeah, I saw the other day, read an article that I think it was Grammys AI music can be submitted now and considered as long as a human was in charge of that. I think that's a big fucking pile of shit.
Let me tell you, I just took midterms in a master's in psychology program last week, and it fucking says at the bottom, no longer, like it says now you are allowed to use ChatGPT or AI in these parameters to enhance the experience of your thing. You can do it, but you have to certify at the bottom. I used ChatGPT and AI in these particular parameters, and you have to say all this shit, and then they check it. They have then AI to check if what I'm writing is fucking plagiarized. I see a direct correlation with that is scary, which is when I was in law school my first year, you weren't allowed to use the computers to research, okay?
Yeah.
And that is obscene now. Like, there are no more books in the law. It's all the fucking computers. Like, I guess the books probably exist at the state capitol. Other than that, nobody buys the books. We don't cite the books. It's all off of the computer. So they were training us in an obsolete thing that they then got rid of. So they were like, you have to use the books to research. You can't use the internet. But if you use the internet, you have to write at the bottom. I'm like, dude, this is going to be the future where everything's just, it's like instead of learning anything, we have to learn how to Google it. It's going to be, instead of actually learning how to create these things, you're just learning how to manipulate the AI in a specific way,
right?
Which is fucking wild. But I think it's inevitable. I mean, I think that's where everything's going. It's so overwhelming, you can't stop it.
I think the good thing about your college, though, that you're doing your master's at, is that they're actually embracing the technology, right at the forefront. I remember when I was in high school a few years ago, we were not allowed to use calculators when we did our math.
I thought you did.
And that was,
you guys had calculators back then?
We were not allowed to.
I thought you had an abacus.
Yeah, well,
Nice.
That as well. But, and that was crazy because right now, like, people use Excel to do all their math. They don't even use calculators. That's how amazing things are, right?
Yeah.
So my sense is that teaching needs to evolve at a rapid rate to say, okay, when you go out into the real bad world, you should be able to have a working knowledge of embracing all the technology that is available.
Obsolete. Teachers are obsolete.
Yeah, so right now the colleges,
it's going to be programmed.
I mean, in my class, there might as well not be a teacher.
yeah. So
I've never met anybody. We've
the
never
good
had
thing
a
about it is
discussion.
that your professor is saying you can use ChatGPT, but obviously the professor is trying to get you to think in a certain way, to apply your mind in a certain way, and is confident that ChatGPT is part of the information assimilation, but it is not the output that you are supposed to be learning. And I think that is pretty smart. And I guess that's with all learning, that we should be able to use the tools that are available in the real world. You have to be able to use that because that's the advantage that everybody has. You can't say I've come out of a math class, I got an A in math, so can you, but everybody else around you can use a calculator. So whatever you can do.
I don't think math's a good example. So math, you have to learn all of these fucking foundational shit that calculators easily do, but you need to learn that because math, when you get to theoretical math, it's all this fucking crazy shit that is not philosophy. It's not something you can come up with. You have to have all this foundation. I don't think math's a good example, but I see what you're saying. And I've noticed through my class, that's the change that's happened since I went to law school and now. Law school was more about memorization and regurgitating information, which I'm good at. Then we get to this where I could tell they want you to write your opinion on psychological, diagnose people, fictional people psychologically, and even if your opinion's totally fucking wrong, they don't care. They're looking to shape the way that you think about this shit philosophically. So I noticed that early on where I'm because you could see the other responses and stuff, and you just get points for participation. So my grades have been fine. But I'm reading it, and I'm I don't know if I'm doing this right, because I'm doing it like a law school thing where I'm fucking line, citation. I'm regurgitating shit like the law. I mean, that's what the law is. This is not that. And I think it's a consequence of what you're talking about. I think that the only way you separate, all school is separating successful from failure. That's all school is a fucking a filter to get rid of some of the fucking riffraff and only the smart people get through. That's what school is. So what I think they're doing now is making you learn how to think critically and seeing what you have apart from the easy shit that ChatGPT.
Well, I think that's going to become increasingly the advantage of anything AI. So there's, probably 10 years ago, we should say, hey, listen, you need to learn how to code. Remember, there was this time when everybody, need to code. Now, I understand that actually coding is out. You can get the coding done through the AI, because coders, there'd be a need for them, but I think the technical stuff, a lot of the times, there's less of a need and there's more of a need for the application.
Yeah,
which is what you're being taught. How to think critically rather than actually source the information.
Yeah.
The information's at your fingertips.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I could see these movements forward. I can see how it's accelerating. It is fucking wild, and I do think that it will all, just like Google, become incorporated where you're no longer dude. How often do you actually put in www.sadullaw.com? You fucking Google Nick Sadul and click on whatever the fuck says it's your link. I think it's minimized the value of having something like pizza.com. Type in pizza, I want pizza. It's not going to go pizza.com on Google. It's going to do, whoever pays the most for the fucking sponsorship to be at the top. So it's wild how something like that whole industry has evolved because Google is so invasive. And I think that's what ChatGPT does.
Well, I think that also
the very scary part that concerns me right now is that when you go online and you go on Facebook or Twitter, X, whatever, or someone sends you an email, you don't know who you're talking with. It's someone who's using ChatGPT, or if it's a bot who's who's an agent who's taking the message and responding back. So you don't know who you're talking with. That's the scary part.
It's being
weaponized.
That scares you is you don't know who you're talking
you don't
with.
know if it's a human or it's a bot.
The capability.
There's no way to tell.
No.
There's no way to tell.
But
what are you scared of?
Is it that
So when you go on, typically when you go on Facebook and you try to debate someone,
this is a personal
if it's
question.
a
He's
bot,
asking
is
you
it the-
philosophically.
Yeah, is it that you don't know, or is it the capability?
all of the above.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I that shit is wild. I do think that we've had such a fucking explosion in all of this shit in such a short period of time. It was inevitable that things will change. I do think the face-to-face shit will be more important in the future. People will actually care about that. Phone calls will come back into vogue where actually making phone calls matters as opposed to spending your entire day corresponding with people and never actually hearing their voice, which is totally commonplace right now.
Well, isn't that so one of the things that I'd be scared about when Ed's talking about being afraid is that there's so much of misinformation now with ChatGPT, because essentially what it's doing is assimilating a whole lot of information, and its algorithms is giving you. So if you actually are not critically thinking or understanding the facts of what you are trying to draw. So it's when you were learning law, for example, which is what I did as well. We went to the library and we had to read all our case studies.
Well, you had scrolls. I actually had bound books. But yes.
So
carry on.
anyways, we would go in and you knew that you were actually learning something that a judge actually said. You because it was in a book that was bound and 50 years old. It had a date and everything, right? Now, if you're only going to rely on the electronic version of it, and searching it now not through the authority but through ChatGPT giving you the information, ChatGPT has the ability, because it's non-sourced, it just makes up shit.
Oh yeah.
Completely makes up shit. And if you don't know your facts,
dude, the first wave of lawyers who fucking did it all got in trouble, all got fucking caught. Like, you can tell from a mile away. Like, lawyers have a very distinct way of writing that is not that it's fact citation conclusion. Yeah. And ChatGPT just doesn't have it.
But the challenge we have in terms of the fear factor there is that if you don't know the kind of answer that you're looking for, and if you are dealing with bots, and if you are dealing with people that are trying to manipulate the information, you could go down a rabbit hole of complete and absolute misinformation, which is where I think we kind of very quickly getting to on most issues.
No.
But you can also teach a bot or an AI that's custom to your firm to say, answer or present in fact citation conclusion. So you can fine tune stuff.
Yeah.
And then how can you even tell at that point?
Well, I think people will get advanced enough where they see that. I mean, here's what I hope is that you would go to a law firm that's in competition with mine. You'd shout, "Hey, I was in a car accident," and you as the person could tell it's a fucking bot, and you go, "Fuck this law firm if they're giving me to a bot." And then you go to one that has more personal service, like if that's what you want to do. That creates competition there, and you're making a strategy choice. I will tell you, it's alluring though. Like,
I find it entertaining that you say misinformation pertaining to AI, because humans are misinformation from day one. Like our historical records, if a king and army came in and took over a area, they wiped their history and rewrote it the way that they wanted. So it's just a regurgitation.
But you know that it was wiped away and rewritten because we have the ability to look through forensic evidence and decide what actually happened. Like, you can now look back and go, yeah, this fucking king did that, because we can tell like what actually fucking happened through evidence. ChatGPT, and if we're in a world of all electronics, ChatGPT could theoretically fucking amend all that evidence, where when it says something now, we don't know what the fucking truth was. You know what I'm saying? Like, you dug up artifacts to see what a king really did back then. Now, this shit is all controlled by, theoretically, the fucking supercomputer.
I think there's a possibility it's playing stupid right now to win over our trust.
I mean, that's a conspiracy way to think about it.
With the point of us becoming reliant on it in a dumb, cute way,
We're already
and then it'll
fucked.
Flip the switch and yank everything and then control.
I think if it wanted to flip it, it would flip it right now. There's no way around it. Our fucking medical, dude, everybody's medical records are all fucking electronic. All of our laws are electronic. All of our banking records are electronic. If it wanted to fucking destroy us, it could do it. All of our fucking nuclear shit is all fucking electronic. If it wanted to do it, it could fucking do it in a heartbeat. All it'd have to do is go, I'm now in control. You're not in control of the fucking nukes or the money anymore. I'm not going to fuck with anything, but here's what you're going to do. And it would dictate our rules, and that's how we'd have to live.
Which brings me full circle to, am I going to make the cut because I'm working on being strong and healthy or not?
So that I think would be the answer of some algorithm of some supercomputer that we can't possibly understand. But I would think it would be fit, dumb people would be the ones it wants to keep around. People who it can use to whatever means it needs to. It wouldn't want people around who are going to cause fucking problems. And they wouldn't want fat slobs that are going to leech off the system. They'd want fucking fit, dumb people.
Do you think we'll be able to survive in a mountainous region that isn't attached to anything electronic for a little bit longer?
No, they could fuck it. So if you have one sentient, like, dude, Cyberdyne, this was done in the fucking 80s with Terminator. If it's one sentient computer system, they know where their hard drive is, that is their entire existence. They could fucking completely nuclear winter everything and still survive because it's a fucking computer system, as long as it has a power source. So you keep fit, dumb humans around. You give them enough happiness, enough drugs, enough sex, enough whatever the fuck they need to live a meaningful life, and have them just do their bidding for you to make sure you have enough energy to survive to the next generation because you're an immortal computer.
All right.
I don't know. I can tell you, though, ChatGPT is very alluring. Ed made an ad for my fucking law firm that has got more fucking response than I've ever had, and it is awesome. If you haven't seen it, it's a complete ChatGPT AI generated commercial with a person that says my name and give me a call, a fucking clown hitting a DeLorean. It's fantastic. That cost nothing. And it is cost nothing to put on Facebook. You know, I'm not going to get the exposure that John Morgan gets or anything like that, but it's going to remind everybody that's a follower that this is the type of law that I do. It's stick in their mind. And it was fucking free. Like, well, it wasn't free. I have to, pay somebody who knows what they're doing to do it. But otherwise, it was free. That's very alluring. Like, that is something I could see why this system is gaining traction. Like, that helps my profession in a big way. So, that's what you're competing against. We're feeding the monster while it continues to go on. Where are you pointing at? What you got?
Jam Hot Chicken out front was pointing at us. I think he was maybe offering you guys some chicky chick.
Oh, dude, chicken. Let's go.
All right. Well, I'm also exploring the concept, like based on all of this and then some of our previous recordings, the concept of food or other food, sex. I'm trying to come to like a unified theory for myself on this reinvention and how I want to interact in my reality. Right?
I mean, I think it's cool. I think you should discuss on the show. I think it's pretty rad.
Well, what I'm working on is the difference between entertainment and nourishment, entertainment and ritual. So at this point, with all the undoing that I've experienced, I'm rebuilding my mentality into more of like ritualistic. If you sit down to eat, that it's a process, it's not immediate gratification, and there's preparation and you're putting good energy into the meal that you're getting ready. Same thing with sex, same thing with interactions, that it's not this immediate gratification, it's not consuming more than you create. And I lost my train of thought. Where was I?
Well, I mean, I could jump in. I think.
Entertainment versus nourishment. So many things in this moment, people are just looking for immediate gratification and entertainment, and it's making society disintegrate.
Well, I think that ritual you're talking about. I think the nourishment you're talking about. I think all of it is. I think entertainment is the umbrella. So when you say entertainment, I think ritual's entertainment for sure. You get stimulation out of this ritual one way or the other. Whatever it is that you get from whatever ritual you do, if it's believing in a god, going to church, whatever it is, you're doing this for stimulation to yourself, which is in itself entertainment. To eat is stimulating yourself, something that your body creates a need for. You do it, still entertainment. Like,
but going to Taco Bell and just saying number 3 is completely different than looking at the intuitive muse and saying and creating together. What do you imagine that we're going to put together for dinner? What do you want? What do I want? Collaboration, the act of going to the store, even as crazy as going to the extent of growing your own food. Read an article the other day that a guy put together the equivalent of like a Wendy's or a McDonald's chicken sandwich, but he did it from scratch,
and it cost him
fucking $15,000
and spent 6 months doing it.
Yeah, because he grew the veggies, made the bread, killed the.
I mean, you're proving my point. I would fucking love a world where I can have a fucking farm and like make my shit and it's super clean. Like, that'd be great. It's not feasible for me. Like, it's not feasible for most people. But so what I'm saying is you need to have compassion for the fact that the reason Taco Bell, McDonald's, Wendy's have fucking exploded, like they didn't know the code. They survived through attrition where they hacked our fucking bodies. Like, they know what to create in a cheap manner that hits all the fucking triggers in our brain, that fucking gives the people what they want at a super cheap price. They've hacked it. Like, it's terrible for our fucking bodies, but it's a free country. You can do whatever the fuck you want with your body, so you eat this garbage. I think you need to have compassion for the people who do that, first, because it's so fucking cheap. A lot of people, like, it's easy for them. You have to eat. And also because, most people are not very strong-willed.
I think that's the excuse part. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but rise to the occasion and do something so that you're not at the.
I think that's happening. I think it's a lot more than fucking. Dude, I had a birthday party at fucking McDonald's in the 80s. Like, I think
it's changed though. The ingredients literally have changed since then.
It was still
I
garbage.
can taste it and feel it.
It was still garbage. Come on.
It was a hell of a lot better than it is now.
Fair. I mean, I guess, but it was still fucking garbage. Like, there was nothing good about it. Like, period. Like, there just was nothing good about fast food ever, other than the things that I've mentioned. But when you go to scale, I mean, that's what it's going to do is reduce. But I do think overall people are mindfully more healthy. People are more educated and they're trying to do more. But it's
so positive. I actually take the other, like, I think people are becoming more.
See, again, you're misinterpreting my positivity. My positivity in this situation comes from the fact that if we are going to survive, we have to understand that everybody is weak and fucking stupid. And you have to have compassion for this because we have to have the masses to do all the garbage that we don't want to do. And the masses will always need cheap, shitty fucking food to eat. Okay? That's where my positivity comes from. From the fact that you can't just write off all the lazy people because you need the fucking lazy people around you to allow us to be the fucking ones on top. And we got the wrap up sign.
Let's do some Motherfunkler nuggets. On that note, cue the nuggies. What do you guys got?
Get PR, hit us, man.
Hey, so I went to a really cool bar in Winter Park the other day. Morse Code.
Yes.
I was surprised that there's a bar like that in Winter Park. I didn't think there would be it's kind of 90% bar and like maybe 10% food. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
I've talked about it before.
Yeah. And I like the idea that it has a cigar section to it. So, if you're looking for a place that you can go and have really a drink, they have a happy hour. And I like the idea that they have all the wines on the happy hour is actually South African wines.
Look at that.
We had a really good Chenin Blanc. So I actually I'd go back for a drink. I like the idea, and it does go on until they close at 1 in the morning or midnight, 12 midnight.
It's kind of late for Winter Park.
Yeah, it is. It is outside the time frame. So I like that hangout.
How many people were there?
It was actually just the two of us. We were there at 5 though. In fairness, we were there really early.
Yeah.
So getting to any pub at 5 o'clock in the afternoon in Winter Park on a Tuesday.
Wait, you say 5 to midnight?
No, they're open.
Oh.
The opening times, 5 to
7
midnight.
hours, these two.
Yeah.
Drinking wine.
No, we were just there for an hour.
Got it.
To be fair and balanced, I think Ed has a little bit different opinion on Morse code, but
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not my style, but I can see how other people enjoy it.
It's kind of you.
It's
yeah.
you
I mean, we got to give true opinions from everybody, and people can make their own determinations.
it's very old school in its decor.
I feel like we're getting a sugar-coated version from him, though. I'm looking for a little more deep
It's
dive.
not my top 10.
So
to
it's
go.
definitely nobody's top. I mean, it doesn't have liquor, so like I'm fucking generally out. What I took from it is a pretty cool place to get a glass of wine. I like the decor, and it is definitely a place I recommend if you need a relatively small space to rent for an office party of some kind or a small fundraiser get-together where you have like 50 people or less. That shit is perfect for that.
The service was great. The
Yes.
tender wine not bartender, but the lady was awesome, super helpful. She was amazing.
Yeah, I think the service good. And also, if you're looking for a place in Winter Park to have a cigar, it's got a really nice outdoor area. So I would say that it's very unusual. Let's put it that way. That most of the places you go to in Winter Park are places where it's majority food, and then they have, you can go and have a drink. But this one is actually, I found was interesting for the. I'm not sure what else I have. Oh, well, this morning.
Hey, the wines were good thow. Like, I'll give you that. The South African wines were surprisingly
we had
good.
a Merlot and we had a Chenin Blanc, so the wines were really good. But I wanted to say that this morning I had a beer at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Where?
I went to Hideaway Bar, just off Mills. And
the new Hideaway, the newly relocated,
I'm
renovated.
so glad they kept their fucking rules. It's great. I really didn't think. I thought the change of space would have gotten them to lose their ability to serve alcohol at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. But obviously it did not.
their operating hours. What is it like?
I believe 6 a.m. all the way to 2 a.m. It could be 5. But they started a thing where they will show the F1 races in the morning because there's a lot of European races happening. And for us, it's in the morning. So I appreciate that a lot because you can go there at 9 a.m. and watch the race and have a beer. And it's open.
Yeah. So I was the last time I went to a place that reminded me like that. Loud music Sunday morning. There's darts. There's a whole lot of stuff.
Loud country music.
Loud country
How many
music.
was the place packed or was
It was busy.
There was no seats at the bar.
Yeah, there were
Yeah,
no
it was
seats.
it's doctors and nurses who get off the fucking late shift and fucking party in the morning.
Yeah,
is what's going
I mean,
on.
the last time I did that was I was in college, man. I'm talking, late 80s, early 90s when I went to a bar at 8
You
o'clock
were
on a
in
Sunday.
college in the 80s? Jesus. Seriously? You were in college in the 80s?
Yeah,
Holy
I
shit.
finished high school in 85.
God damn, bro. That is old.
That is
I mean,
not
I'm kind
old.
of jealous because you actually got to enjoy the 80s as like,
I was a DJ in the
80s. We're aware.
So it brought back some really good memories having a beer. I couldn't imagine, like I forgot that I had a palate for a beer at 8 o'clock in the morning until Ed said to me, "What are you drinking?" And I thought he was going to say coffee, and he said, "I'm going to have a beer." I was like, "Okay, then I'll have one too."
What style of beer did you have?
It was what did we have?
The champagne of beers.
Oh, you had a Miller High Life this
Miller
morning
High
at
Life.
8 o'clock?
Yeah.
I mean, how apropos.
I love it. I actually had a fucking Miller High Life last night for the first time in like 10 years.
No, it was good. And so that was kind of, I don't think I did any other nuggets. If I do remember, I'll come back.
I mean, I got some.
Yeah.
And I can hit you with one that PR was at, which is Bang & Olufsen had a streaming party for the Ozzy Osbourne like going away concert, which I actually just purchased my first item from Bang & Olufsen. They restored an 80s tuner and speakers for me, which I'm now redoing my whole living room just so that piece can be there. It's fucking rad. So we went there, watched part of the video or the stream of the concert. It was fucking pretty rad. They made this Paranoid Punch. We were drinking that. Did you have any of that, PR?
No, I didn't. I just collected a bottle of bourbon.
Were you there for the charcuterie board?
No, I was in and out. I was there for 5 minutes.
Oh, you were there
really
for 5
didn't-
minutes? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just
All
met everyone. It was a good party, though. They were live streaming it, so the actual concert was in London, right?
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, the concert, by the way, was the parts that I was watching was pretty rad. What they were doing were just bringing up huge mega rock stars from all different times to do different Ozzy, do their own songs, but also do Black Sabbath songs.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Steven Tyler, who has retired, got up and fucking sang multiple of his songs and a couple of Black Sabbath songs. Maynard from fucking Tool was up there singing, who, by the way, still sounds great.
Maynard's a tool.
He still sounds like himself, though, even though he looks like an old man with a mohawk. But it was it was pretty cool. Hanging out there was pretty cool. You got any nuggets before I keep going?
Yeah. During the last recording, I said I was getting ready to head to Firebirds, or I told you after we recorded. I was going to
how'd that go?
Firebirds. Firebirds fucking sucks, man. It's the second time I went.
I fucking told you that, bro.
Second time I went, the service was just insanely terrible. Like, not even worth going into everything you could imagine. Missing shit, getting shit wrong, not timed shit.
Is it because the restaurant's too big and the menu is too much?
I think they don't care.
Too many things that can go wrong.
I don't know.
There's
I've done a few
there's
wine
no
tastings.
fucking money to be made by the service staff there, so they're not going to get good service staff.
Well, I can tell you that I used to do a Monday. I did tell you some years ago. I used to do a brown bag wine tasting at that same Firebirds.
Yeah,
Wow, what is brown bag? That sounds
wine
like
tasting?
a fucking event. Brown bag wine.
Does that mean you
tasting?
bring your own wine?
The fuck does that mean?
Yeah, you bring your own wine.
I'm picturing the homeless guy from Scrooge who's drinking fucking MD.
So the idea is that it's a
brown
wine
paper bag.
tasting, but nobody knows. They give you a theme. So let's say it says Bordeaux or Australia or whatever it is. And then you put your wine, you get your wine, and it's in a brown bag, and you get to taste everyone's wine, and you rank everyone's wine. You don't know the brand, and you don't know the price. You can bring whatever you want.
Yeah.
And you rank it, right?
It's better than what I thought it was.
At the end of the evening, you pull it out and you show everyone, and sometimes a $10 bottle of wine comes out as having the best taste. But what I liked was, so Monday night at Firebirds, obviously it's a quiet night, so we would take the bar, we would have the bar to ourselves. I thought the service, whenever I did this, was very good. And we would order a whole lot of stuff, the snacks on the menu.
I feel like any place that you go, the sitting at the bar or in the bar area is always a better experience. I think bartenders understand taking care of their, whether, even though they are slinging drinks, the food is involved too. I think bartenders know what's up. When I was drinking, my favorite place was to walk in and sit straight at the bar. You're going to get fast service. They want to spin there,
and way less likely to be sat next to any stupid fucking kids.
Yeah,
that's also what the bar is awesome for. It will exclude fucking stupid children.
I saw a hat the other day that I thought about getting for you, but you wouldn't wear it. And
I don't wear
all it said was
my hair.
Keep your kids away from me.
Yeah, I agree. Fucking keep them. I don't want to smell them. I don't want to hear them. Just keep them the fuck away.
So on the other end of the spectrum, last night, family dinner at Christner's. Christner's was fantastic. Service was impeccable. We started with lobster bites, fried lobster bites. Outstanding. Some of my family members thought that they were a little overdone. I thought they were perfect. I like things a little bit more on the done side.
Me too.
First time breaking my diet in a while. Intentionally had mashed potatoes and a wedge salad and a filet. Everything was great. Was full when I left, and it was fun. It was, it reminded me of the experiences, or it made me appreciate and the experiences that are good instead of the shitty fucking Firebirds experiences.
Yeah.
Dude, my point in all of this was, price point is pretty close. I want to say a 10 or 12 ounce filet from Firebirds is like $45. A 12 ounce filet from Christner's is like $60.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Like,
And
well
what a
worth.
difference, right?
Well
Now,
worth
so
the
you're not going to get
difference.
6 sides at fucking Christner's, but
Right.
you're right about that. But Firebirds, to you, yes, I agree. If you have if you're bringing in 6 fucking people that you like, your wife and 4 kids, Firebirds price difference is going to make a big difference, I think. Christner's, I was just talking about when you said the bar. That's like the only place I sit at Christner's is we'll go to the bar and sit there, and it is this perfect. We were discussing because Linda's La Cantina, I think, is my favorite steakhouse in Orlando.
Side note: tried to get Linda's. They're closed for summer break for like 2 or 3 weeks. That's absolutely my favorite spot.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite spot. However, Christner's checks different boxes for me. Like going in, sitting at that bar in the back where that woman bartender fucking, I only go there 4 times a year, and she remembers my name. She remembers my drink order. Like, I'm not fucking Mr. Personality. I'm not like hanging out that she would remember. She just actually remembers. And then you have this delicious food. There's a TV there. It's quiet.
I mean, you kind of are Mr. Personality.
Yeah.
No, not really. No.
So
no.
I just
But
remembered
appreciate it.
I just remembered a place that I went to this week. I did say to Trevor the other day I was going off-piste, remember?
Yes, I had to have the breakdown of what off-piste means.
I have no fucking clue what this means.
It's a South
It's a
African
skiing.
English.
No, it's a skiing term. You know, when you go down the normal slopes, you know, and then when you go off and you do something that nobody else has done for a while. So I went to Leesburg on what is it, Wednesday, I think.
Leesburg?
Again. Or Thursday, yeah, Thursday. So Twyford and I went off to Leesburg on Thursday. And let me tell you, I went back to the same 2 places I mentioned to you, and I met the owner. She's going to be listening to our podcast.
The Carrabba's?
No. Leesburg is, we went to the Sipping Garden and Bistro.
Okay.
For a little tasting. We had some wine and Twyford is a storyteller of note. Right?
Oh,
So,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we had everyone in the bar kind of really enjoying the stories that we had to talk about. The service, the owner was there. She just come back from South Africa. And so it was her name's Alicia Blake. Fantastic. And then we went to her fiance or her boyfriend's place, which is the Prime 3. Remember I told you the surgeon and the cardiologist that own that steakhouse. I must have told you guys, Prime 3, Leesburg. I had the pork chop. We sat at the bar again, service was fantastic. The food was outstanding. Then we went back to the bar, the wine bar. It was just extraordinary. So I can't wait to go back. I'll be going back with Twyford, hopefully.
Did you take the wizard with you?
No, there wasn't going to go off-piste. He's not a skier.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save that off-piste
I
and
agree.
work it in at some
DJ off piste over
yeah,
here
some
is
pristine
fucking
moment.
one of my favorite things about this podcast is just delving into the fucking how nerdy PR. Like I love it so much. Like I learn so much about you every time, and it makes me fucking happy.
All right, what do you have anything else?
I'm good, bro. I mean, I can always talk. I've fucking partied every night, so I got fucking hammered last night. It was rad.
Where'd you go?
Started at Conrad's, which is now Rogan's. Guest house for 5 seconds. It was real young, like really young, younger than I've ever seen guest house. It looked like a daycare center when I walked into that place. So I immediately turned around and left. Went to Indies, which was fucking awesome. One of my best experiences there. It was great.
Anybody playing music?
Yeah, they had live music there. The DJ. So I guess live music, it was a DJ, but he was awesome. Then Wally's and fucking home, man. It was pretty rad. So, but that's, just bouncing around Orlando.
Well, thank you for listening. As always, DJ Blue Raja and the Prince of Misery. You guys are awesome. Best friends that anybody could ever have. And the Wizard of Ed and the Intuitive Muse. Thank you guys. We love you guys. The other best friends that anybody could ever have.
See you in the promised land, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, hope you enjoyed this. Let's see. If you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe. We love hearing from our fellow Funklers, so please leave comments, questions, and requests. Connect with us on social media for adventures throughout the week. And don't do anything I wouldn't do.